You study the great men and women of history, the great men and women of Scripture. They were bold men and women of action. Esther, Nehemiah. Esther had to put herself out there. She had to do something. She couldn't just pray. Mordecai said, at some point, you got to put yourself out there. Mordecai was a man of Esther, Ruth, Nehemiah, Zerubbabel. These are men of action, men and women of action who were stubbornly devoted to the Lord, and doing nothing was not an option. They seized the moment. They knew that difficulties and dangers and obstacles often disappear in the face of bold, unwavering courage. When other people saw obstacles, they saw an opportunity. You remember David with Goliath? They thought he was too big to kill. David said, listen, he's just too big to miss. Where other people see obstacles, they see an opportunity for God to show off. And by the way, let me remind you, it's dangerous to put yourself out there for God. You put yourself out there, be ready. These men, God saved a lot of them. A lot of them died. These men, it reminds me a lot of the apostles. Jesus' mighty men, the apostles, and all of them except John died as a martyr for their faith. Can I just tell you, I want to be totally up front of you. These are men of action. Men of action, men and women of action, they do great things for God. But no, it's risky. I was reminded of Brother Andrew, the great Bible smuggler. If you've ever read a story, amazing story. They asked Andrew Murray, they said, Brother Andrew, they said, is it dangerous? Listen to what he said. He says, of course it's dangerous, but it's a lot more dangerous for all of us if we do nothing. Even in a conquering army, there are casualties. Safety is not the issue when we look at the Great Commission. The purpose of the church cannot be just to survive. The purpose of the church cannot be just to thrive. The purpose of the church is to serve faithfully regardless of the cost. That is what God has called us to do.